What is going on, everybody? SGS Animation here, and I know you're probably confused. As most of you know, I usually do stop motions, but I thought it would probably be interesting to give my 2 cents on the new S.H.Figuarts
Monkey D. Luffy.
This figure came out, I think September. I'm not really sure. I don't remember when it came out, but it came out recently. And I think it's still not too late for me to make my review on this figure. And especially while I don't have any stop motions coming out right now, I have one that's kind of in the works, but it's iffy. As you guys know, stop motion is very time consuming and it takes up a lot. So in the meantime, I thought, why not do a figure review? So yeah, enough talking from me, and let's get right into this review. Starting off, as always, with the packaging of this figure. It looks really nice, very detailed. I really like the way that they're doing it. You could see the Monkey D. Luffy here, S.H.Figuarts. Of course, the figure presented on the package, all the Tamashii Nations, Bandai, Toei stickers, the different face plates, all the different accessories that he has, some different poses you could put him in, which I think is really nice. I always like the way that Tamashii does their packaging. You know, it just kind of shows off like what you're about to buy. I've always been a fan of that. You also have Monkey D. Luffy here, Romance Dawn version to be specific. At the bottom, same thing. And yeah, so the packaging is it's fine. You know, I'm not crazy for packaging, so if you like packaging, I'm pretty sure you might want to keep this one. So getting into the look of this figure, I think the figure looks pretty good. Looks pretty spot on for me. I've seen some complaints about the body, specifically this part of the torso, because I'm not sure if you guys could tell, but if you can see, it kind of goes out, like it has like a pear shape, which isn't really Luffy's shape. If you see in the anime, Luffy is a very slender man, so his body is kind of just like it's straight down. And I do understand that complaint, and I actually did not like it either when I first got the figure, but over time it grew on me, and it was something that just, you know, went over my head. But other than that, the figure looks really nice. You see the jeans, the little distress part of his jorts, I should say. The red looks really nice. The gold I see is very nice over here. The faces are very well. We'll get into the faces later. But if you're wondering why he no longer has a straw hat, is because this is the headpiece he originally comes with when you first get him out of the box. So I just want to show it off. He has the 2 flaps back here, so you can move the knee joint, which I will talk about in the articulation section later on. But overall, the figure looks really good. It looks very plasticky, which is something I noticed from most S.H.Figuarts. They're not really big on like a lot of paint, it doesn't really irk me. I know some people want more paint for more details. It doesn't really bother me, but I will say, you know, sometimes it's just like maybe a little something, you know, could have brought out more in the figure. But that is how the figure looks. It looks really nice to me. And here he is compared to in S.H.Figuarts Goku. This is from the Broly movie. I do not know why Luffy's taller. I'm pretty sure Goku's supposed to be, well, I think they're like the same height. Maybe it's because I have him down a bit. But there he is, in case you were wondering what they look like side by side. And here he is compared to the Mega House Variable Action Heroes, Monkey D. Luffy. This figure is 1/7 scale. So that's the comparison there. And if you guys were wondering, because I just realized I forgot to even do Luffy's actual measurement. But he is about 5.5 inches, a little above 5.5 inches. Yeah, which makes a lot of sense because I'm pretty sure Luffy is like, I think he's like 5'9" in the anime. I searched it up one time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's 5'9". But that's the height measurements and comparisons for Luffy. I don't have any other S.H.Figuarts One Piece figures. I would compare him to those, but I didn't get any of them, mainly because I heard the line is not that great, you know, so far. So I haven't been interested in getting any of the other figures. But this was pre-time skip Luffy, and it's been so long since we've gotten one. The last one we've gotten, I think, was yellow version from the Variable Action Hero line, and that was so long ago. So, you know, I had to cop this one. I had to pick him up, and it's a really good figure. I think that most of you guys will enjoy, and you will see more in the accessory section. The figure comes with 4 different faces. It comes with a meat-eating face, a sort of smiling, happy face, Luffy's usual grinning, smiling face, and the yelling face. And all the faces look really good. I think they were done really well. He comes with 4 different sets of hands, 2 fist hands, 2 Gum Gum Bazooka hands, 2 more relaxed, or as I like to call them, hat holding hand, 1 pointing finger hand, and another hand that's a fist but it has a hole in it in order to hold the meat accessory that he comes with. Additional accessories include the iconic straw hat, which comes with, of course, a different headpiece that's more round that you could plug in through this hole right here and the little peg in the hat. Another hairpiece to connect it to fill it all in, and the meat, the half-eaten meat piece that I was talking about, which when you want to slide it in, you just pull this part out, slide in the fist, and then you could just plug it back in. Just something else that I want to mention is the non-hat head comes with an extra hairpiece for the neck to fill in the gap, which I didn't even notice. So when I ripped off his head, this part came flying out. And I just want to let you know, so you do not do the same thing as me and then lose this piece. Personally, I don't think it does too much for the figure, but I mean, it's fine, so. And just so you can see what I'm talking about, you have this piece right here, which you have to put on through the neck, and then you grab the headpiece, and you put it on like this to fill in the gap. Overall, I am pretty satisfied with the accessories on this figure. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of the meat eating face or the meat accessory. I would have preferred to have more of a stern face. You know, that stern looking Luffy face that he has when he gets angry and he's just super serious. I definitely would have preferred to have that face instead, but the faces we have will do. And let's get into the articulation of this figure. The articulation for this figure is pretty good. It's nothing crazy. I'd say it's pretty simple. His head looks up about that much. It looks down really good, because let me see if I can get this out. He has a double ball peg in there, which I'm so happy they did. Like, you don't understand how happy I am when Figuarts does the double ball pegs now, because they always did the hinges on the Dragon Ball figures, and it's like, it was my genuine like concern, because it sucks so bad on the Dragon Ball figures. It gets the job done, yes, but it's just more efficient. I don't have to worry about taking this out, switching the hinge, moving it to a certain way. I can just move the head however I want it to. Like, this is just amazing, right? And of course, he has another joint in the neck, which I'm trying to move the neck back. Oh man, yeah, I really moved it. But yeah, he has another joint in the neck, which allows him to, you know, do certain movements. His arms go out about that much. He has these weird shoulder joints, which a lot of people were complaining about. Let me see if I could. Personally, it doesn't really annoy me. It's fine. I know it's supposed to be kind of like for like, you know, to help bring his arms in together, especially for Gum Gum Bazooka. But it leaves this weird gap here, which is kind of annoying. Especially when I was taking figure pictures and I saw it, it irked me. I was like, I don't want to see that, you know? But I think it gets the job done. It's not the worst. They could have done way worse. He also have a swivel right here, which, you know, works well. His arms bend way more than 90 degrees, so that's really nice. His wrists, focus, this camera won't focus. His wrist bends, you know, basic. His ab articulation, you have one joint here, another joint here. By itself, this one joint isn't the best, and I'm a sucker for ab articulation, so I was hoping this would have a lot. It's good, it's decent, but put them together, he has pretty decent ab crunch. And going back, also pretty decent ab, you know, movement. His legs go about that far up. Nothing crazy, nothing spectacular. And they go really far back, like way more than I expected it to. Now, my biggest gripe with this figure is the legs, because let me show you something. They have the hinge here, right? Because they know that it only bends about this much with the hinge. That's fine. But the hinge doesn't do too much. It gets it maybe a little bit more than 90 degrees. And it's like, it's Luffy. Like, if I want him to jump in the air, right? Jumping in the air. Let's pretend he's jumping in the air. I want more bend than this. Like, it does annoy me. It really does. You know, and I know it's hard to do because even if you look at the Mega House Luffy, right? His leg is like this. It's a pull-out method. You yank it out, and then it's supposed to bend more. Because without, it bends this much. With, it bends more. It's a little bit better than this. It's a little bit better than the S.H.Figuarts Luffy bend. But it's still like, you know, I understand it's hard to do, but there has to be a way to get more bend in the knee. That's my only really gripe with the articulation. This leg is also on, it's a ball joint actually. Most likely because, you know, the Gum Gum accessory pack that we're going to be getting, which I will be buying it. I am kind of mad that we didn't get one because, like, it's the Luffy, and I really am mad that S.H.Figuarts is having to make a whole new pack, but I mean, it's fine. I'll pay for it. Knowing that you get Gum Gum Gatling effects, regular Gum Gum pistol effects, Gum Gum whip effects, you know, I'll pay it. I'll pay the money.
Shut up and take my money.
Just give me my effects, right? The ankle rocker is really basic. It's simple. Nothing too wild. The toe hinge, I fell in love with this toe hinge. I'm sorry, but I did. I love the fact that they kept the sandal like solid. I don't know. It's a feature that most figure companies, I think, wouldn't think about, right? Because even on the Mega House Luffy, which I will be continuing to compare this to, they break it. Like, and it looks weird. Like, your sandal doesn't move like that. It moves like this, and I love it. Because when I'm doing jumping poses in the air and I get to do it like this, it just adds so much to the figure. His legs go out about this much. He has pretty good. He actually has really good spread. Yeah. So you could do like good kicking poses if you want to. He has really good spread. And yeah, that's it for the articulation. Really good. Overall, I do like this figure. I think that if you're a One Piece fan, you will like this figure too. Even if you aren't a One Piece fan, you could probably enjoy this figure. I do have my gripes about it, specifically the leg bending. But other than that, I think it's a really good figure, especially for the price point. I'm pretty sure this figure came out for about like $40, which isn't bad. But you know, that means they're just gonna up the price on all the other figures. Our Nami is already like $60, which kind of I was like, what? I don't even know if I want to get her, honestly. Like, I want her just to complete the crew, if they make the full crew. But I still, like, I really don't care that much for Nami. I'm sorry, but I don't. But yeah, overall, the figure is really nice. Personally, I give it a 7 out of 10. It has its issues. It's not perfect, like most Luffy figures that come out, which is really sad because One Piece fans want an amazing Luffy figure. We have not so many. We really don't. That's the thing. We don't have much options at all. You know, S.H.Figuarts just started getting back in with the One Piece line, and they're not even doing that great. Most of the figures are duds. Like, most of the figures are not that good. They have so many issues with them. And it's like, how do you expect people to get into a line if you're not putting all this enough effort into it? You know, I heard the Naruto line is amazing. Like, I heard really good things about the Naruto line. Why isn't the One Piece line getting the same amount of love? You know, I understand it's different characters, it's hard to do, but there's certain things that they do. It's like, there's no way that you think that this genuinely is gonna be good on a figure. For example, the cape on Law, why can't you take off the cape? I don't even have the figure, but I've seen reviews. Why can't you take off the cape, number one? And number two, that heavy plastic for the cape? That's a no-go for me. But yeah, it's like, I just want a good Luffy figure. And I think this was it. People love this figure because it's like the best pre-time skip Luffy figure we have. Out of all our options, this is like one of the best. You have the variable action heroes yellow version, but we still want the basic red one, you know? And it's good. It's a good figure. It's not that it's bad. It's just not great. And I see a lot of people online hyping this figure up, which I hype it up too. I'm not gonna lie. I've been talking to everyone saying, yo, this figure's amazing. But when I do like an actual review, I think it's good. It's good for what it is, but it could be better. It has certain things that could be better. You know, for example, maybe a little bit more paint. Maybe, I don't know, if there was a different way that they could do a shoulder joint, you know, that would have been good too. But, you know, it's not a bad figure by any means. It's just not amazing, if you know what I'm saying. But like I said, overall, I'm fine with it. I can settle with this. If this is the only premium time skip Luffy figure I have, I'll take it. But that's it for today's review. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be showing some pictures, some photography pictures after this. Some from my Instagram, which you should follow. I'll leave all my information in the description below. Make sure that you like and subscribe, comment, share this video, you know, first review. Gotta get people watching it. And yeah, that's all I have to say. I hope the rest of you guys have a good day, evening, morning, night, whatever time you're watching this video, wherever you are right now. And yeah, thanks for watching.